Properties of Logarithms, Part 2. Use properties of logarithms to expand the logarithmic expression as much as possible. Evaluate logarithmic expressions without using a calculator if possible. For this problem, I'm going to use the logarithmic properties to expand the logarithm. If you'll notice that I have log base b of something being divided by another expression. Since we have division within our logarithm, I can apply the quotient rule. That tells me to take the log of the numerator and subtract it from the log of the denominator. Now I'm going to look at each individual log and see if I can expand them further. If I look at my first expression, log base b of x cubed y, I can see that the x cubed y are two values being multiplied together. So I'll use the product rule. And that expands to log base b of x cubed plus log base b of y. And I'll still keep the minus log base b of z to the 8th. Now again, I'm looking at each individual logarithm. So we'll start back at the first logarithm, and I have log base b of x cubed. I have an exponent on my variable, so that means that I can apply the power rule and bring that exponent in front of the logarithm. This becomes 3 times log base b of x. The second logarithm is already simplified. I can't do anything to that. So I'll keep that as log base b of y. Now if I look at my third logarithm, I can apply the power rule again because I have a z to the 8th power, so I can take that 8 and place it in front of the log. So I have minus 8 log base b of z. My final answer is 3 times log base b of x plus log base b of y minus 8 times log base b of z. Use common logarithms or natural logarithms and a calculator to evaluate the following. Log base 14 of 89.5. I want to find the answer to this logarithmic expression. In order to do that, you're going to use the change of base property. The change of base property tells me that log base b of x equals log of x divided by log of b. So I can evaluate this logarithm by taking the log of 89.5 and dividing that by the log of 14. Now you can also use ln, or the natural logarithm. You'll see an LOG and an LN button on your calculator. To evaluate these, I'm going to use the LOG button on my calculator. So I'll type in LOG and then 89.5 and then the equal sign. When I do that, I get a decimal of 1.951823035. And you want to keep the entire decimal that you see on your calculator. This will prevent rounding error. Next, I'm going to take the log of 14. So I'll push the LOG button on my calculator, then type in 14 and push equals. When I do that, I get a decimal of 1.146128036. Next, we'll take those two decimal values and divide them by each other to get a decimal of 1.702971198. And I'm going to round this to 4 decimal places. So my approximate answer is 1.7030.